Today felt really good, not just because of the win, but because of how I traded, right? Since tightening up my stop loss and committing to variation entries, I genuinely feel my trading moving to another level. I ended the week with one losing day, a clean win today, and way more patience than I used to have to, right? Um, Going into today, I knew we were in a higher time frame pullback, so instead of forcing anything, I stayed cautious, waited, and trusted the bigger bullish direction to eventually show itself, right? And when it did, I executed flawlessly, right? So what stood out the most wasn't even how I even traded today. It was how spot on my analysis was and how comfortable I was actually waiting on the setup itself. And that's real progress, at least from my standpoint. Right now, my only focus is locking in, staying consistent, and showing up week after week. I'm really starting to feel like all of this is starting to come together. And real quick, if you're working on building this kind of consistency too, the Notion trading journal that I use every day has helped me slow everything down and actually see the progress from my wins, losses, structure, emotions, all of it, right? The link is actually pinned in the comments if you want to use it. Don't just trade, track your journey. All right, let me show you how today planned out, and that way you can actually see what I saw in real time. So today we're looking at gold. Um, right now, price is still retracing on the daily. So today is another red day, even though I believe it's going to end up most likely being green. In terms of a bullish direction. But let me explain to you why. So, if y'all remember, we're still in this 4 hours zone right here where price broke structure and retraced all the way to the bottom of its zone before it ended up actually going in its impulse direction. But it's been kind of playing around there for a while. On the 1 hour, price broke structure here, and if y'all remember the yesterday's video, I said price was going to end up pulling back here because this is the trade. I thought price was going to end up directly pulling back here, but it ended up pulling back to that 30-minute zone that I was talking about yesterday, and then pulling back to the actual area that it broke at first. So now what I'm looking at is to see if price is going to retrace more uh, before it ends up going in its bullish direction, or is it going to really fully react at this level, right? So let's go down to the 30-minute to get a better look at what I'm looking for. So I really want to be patient today because there's no point in really giving back money. We're up right now, so there's no point in really just going in the market and just saying I have to make money, right? So what I really want to see is this 30-minute lower high getting broken right here, right before I get it. Look for a buy position, or the only way I would take a sale, right? Because on the 30-minute as well, let me just go back real quick. There was a structure that was broken to the low, right? So price broke structure to the low here and also pulled back to this 30-minute zone. So there's no guarantee that price can is going for a buy just yet, but I'm really just waiting to see. That's why I'm really being patient today. So let's drop down to the 5 so you can see. So this area here on the 5 minute, price did break structure here and created a new high, but it ended up running into that 30-minute zone right here that I was telling y'all about earlier, well, just a few moments ago. But that still doesn't confirm, hey, we're going for a buy, right? Price could turn around, retest here again, and drop. So what I really want to see is really this area here being broken and this area, but I'll still take this area being broken before getting in. Um, but right now I'm just being patient. So if I do see that price actually breaks this low right here on the 5 minute, I am going to take another sell setup if it presents itself. Because it's still, that just shows that it's, hey, we're going with the 30-minute setup, right? Even if, you know, I may think it may be going for a buy, it on the higher time frame, it may need to retrace a little bit deeper before going in that intended direction. So we're just playing this zone here, essentially, really. Like, so if price breaks this zone, I am going for a buy. If price breaks this zone, I'm going for a sell, and I just have to take it however it comes to me today. Even though I still think it's going to end up pushing there, I just have to be patient and just let the trade come to me for the most part. So other than that, I'm really just waiting. So I'll let the trade play out a little bit more, and then I'll check back in with y'all. All right, you guys, I'm in.
Order filled.
I got 3 contracts going, and I'll run to you why I end up getting into it. I actually got in slightly late, but it is what it is. Other than that, the correct opening. Let me get everything situated over here, and I'll break everything down. So today's trade wasn't exactly perfect in terms of what I wanted it to do. But it's doing what I needed to do now. So that's all that really matters at the end of the day. So price did break structure like here, right here, like I was.
Order filled.
Okay, so it just took off one of my orders. So I'm actually reducing my risk right now and moving my stop loss up. I will close all of it depending on how it rejects, but I needed to really keep pushing. Come on now, I need you to give me that push. You can't retrace too. It's a free trade, so I'm gonna have to let it breathe. Since it's so close. Alright, that's what I was waiting for, that next 1 minute candle. I need you to push on out of here. Put my stop loss right here, only because it broke this level here. I need it to actually go up. If it breaks below this candle right here, it's going to do a deeper retracement than I want to, so I just have to deal with whatever comes with that. But we already took one off here. So regardless, we ended in some type of profit today, but I refuse again to let price come back and stop me out. But this is supposed to be break. This just broke structure on the 30-minute. So I'm expecting a stronger push than what's going on right now. But it did break this candle right here on the 1 minute. So I need to just be patient and let price do what it does. I'm in profit. So let me just explain. I'll explain in just a moment, you guys. I guess let's just let this play out. Everything's working out beautifully. I just need my TP to be hit, and we can get into a breakdown.
Order filled.
There we go. All right. So we made a nice little 298, today. That's beautiful. We got one third of the combine left with 1956. Well, $51,956. So, man, we closed out the week beautifully, man. This is a beautiful week. So I only took one loss that was earlier this week. Well, it was technically 2 losses, so 1 losing day. But let me explain to you what I was looking at, right? And that's gonna be my challenge, like a little bit later on, once I have a little bit more capital under me. I definitely want to make more. So this is off tangent, but one thing you'll realize is when you're within a bigger structured trade, you'll know when to be able to really take advantage of that structure, right? So for instance, I was telling you guys that on the, what was it, on the 1 hour? This is a 1 hour, it's more of a 4 hour. No, 1. Yeah, 1. 1 hour setup where it retested off this level. If I knew it was going to retest off this level, I should be able to have the confidence to take advantage of this setup and hold it longer, at least to my negative 61.8, right? But right now, I want to get out of this combine, and I want to rack in a couple of payouts
before adding that on, because it's like it's me just want more out of a setup, to be honest. So that's the last thing in order for the most part. It really, that ain't no right now thing. I'm making money. I need to be okay with that. It's just always knowing, oh, I can make more. Especially if once you really know structure, you understand like the options you have. But back to the trade at hand today. Um, this was a 1 to 2.18. It's a beautiful setup. Pull back into my demand area. It broke structure here, right? But like I told y'all earlier, I wanted price to really actually break this structure here on the 5 minute and this 30 minute to pretty much show, hey, we're going in this direction. So it ended up tapping into it, pulling back, but it already broke this structure, and I knew it wasn't. It was pretty much going to go in that direction, or at least I believed that it was going to go in that direction, because this isn't a M that it was for me for the most part. Maybe right here, right, which it didn't matter because I wasn't going to touch it until it broke this, this level right here. So that didn't matter. But once it pulled back and then turned around and broke this all together, I was like, yeah, it's time to go. There was a little rejection right here, but this isn't a real retest. Maybe on the 1 minute this is a real retest, but this isn't a real retest for my time frame. So I had to wait for price to dig back a little bit into my demand zone, and then I dropped down to the 1 minute. So I had to wait for this engulfing candle to be broken here. So once it was broken here, price crossed this line. I got in, put my stop loss under that low right there, and rode it to the high. I took off one of my orders right here, one of my micro contracts right here, just because that's standard order. I gotta make money on my trade no matter what, and I gotta bring my stop loss to break even, just to protect my position. After that, I'm trying to get it to where take it to the full TP that I'm targeting, but I'm also still watching this level here because this is essentially like the breakout area, right? So if this candle right here on the 1 minute, this so once this closed like right here on the 1 minute, if this next candle breaks below that candle, I'm getting out of the trade, right? I don't need a full retracement because this was supposed to be a break of structure, right? This is supposed to be a huge impulse, not a impulse. I'm gonna come all the way back. I'm not like, no. I'd rather wait for a different setup than take on a nasty looking setup like that where it breaks and then comes back. No, I'd rather be safe and already be out of the market and at least have some money in hand before holding it all the way through and taking an unnecessary risk when I don't have to. So if it ever like broke this candle right here, I would have gotten out. That's why I was a little antsy and ready to close my position, but it didn't. It ended up breaking the candle right here. I believe I was checking like the 15 second just to see what was going on, but it was slightly consolidating um, on that little micro time frame, and then it ended up giving me the push that I needed, and we're good. So we end up closing out with a beautiful, beautiful week. I only had one losing day. I think I maybe lost $300, but this week, I don't even know how much I made this week. I know I had to make over 1,000. Let me see if I can see real quick. All right, so far I've made this week $849.64. So that's great, man. Look at that thing take off. So this is what I'm saying. It's going. I could have left a runner on here, but I'll wait till I have a couple of more micros to where I can just leave a micro contract on, like one runner, and just let that thing go. At least that's my future plan on how to handle that type of situation. But all in all, I had a beautiful week today. Um, yeah, but that's all I got, you guys. We're gonna keep pushing. I'll be back next week and dropping the videos daily. So that's all I got. Peace.